Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today kind of sucks, just a little bit. We got a couple things going on. One, I have the 2-post lift. I don't know if you've seen that video yet or not. I'll probably show you at least the unpacking before I show you the first use, mainly because I haven't used it yet. In fact, I started getting it put together and I got, pulls. I got the short stubby one because of the rafters, so this sits right flush with the top of the rafters. I probably could have gone taller. Actually, I kind of wish I had gotten a top mount. I might actually build my own top mount now because I think I can go over the rafters with it. But this is the lift. It's not quite assembled yet. I'm having issues with some of the studs down here. So some of the anchors, like these 3 in a row, are all pulling up rather than staying down. I don't know why. The only thing I can think of is I did that whole side first, and then I did this bolt, and then I did this bolt, and then I switched to a new bit, and I drilled these 3 holes and that hole. And I think with the new bit, it was just too wide at first. I don't know, and it made these 3 holes too wide. So I got to deal with that. So I can't even use this until I get that figured out. I think I'm going to do the epoxy. Yes, I know that's a controversial subject, but the epoxy anchor, it might be the way I have to go now. But anyway, other than that, I don't even have it wired up yet. I don't have the cables ran. I just started building this last night and I didn't get quite far. So the problem is the engine mount on this. My wife is taking this on a 6-hour trip to Colorado here next weekend, and the engine mount's been going bad, and I climbed under there to do the oil this morning and the engine mount is toast. So I just bought a brand new mount from my local O'Reilly's. Don't worry, I will link this down below, or a compatible one via Amazon. You click on that, helps me out. You buy it, helps me out even more. But we're gonna put this in. Should be pretty quick, simple, and straightforward. I don't really know how to do it, but I'm planning on using a little 2x4, my floor jack. Oh. All right, there we go. And this is the mount right here. So, I mean, you got your front bumper. This is the undercarriage mount, and the engine mount mounts right above it. So, or right to it. So it looks like it's just these 2 bolts and this bolt, and that's it. Looks very simple. But you can see how far down this is riding. This is riding pretty much right on the metal of the mount. For example, that's where it should ride, is right there, just under the center, and this is riding pretty much all the way down. But I'm gonna grab that 2x4 in the jack, put it under the oil pan. Controversial, I know. Be very careful if you copy me. Be very, very careful. Know that this can break, crack, and snap and ruin your engine, and whatever else might happen to do. But we're gonna have to pick that up to relieve the pressure off of this to pull this out. So I'm gonna do that first. I'm just using my phone today, no mount, so bear with me. This 2x4 is just to help spread the weight or the pressure from the jack going up on it. That's all it's doing, just so that instead of having just this little plate holding up the entire thing, we're gonna try and spread the weight of this across the engine. Just like so, across the oil pan. Now, let's see if I can make sure this works. And we're just gonna pick this up until, oh boy, might not work. Whole van's going up, the whole suspension. That's kind of a bummer. Well, we might figure this out as we go, because that is not dropping. I'm kind of hoping that would go up. So maybe what we'll do first, we'll lower this back down a little bit. And then maybe we will go ahead and unbolt these first. There we go, 16mm for me. Yeah. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea how I'm gonna get this mount out, by the way. I'd like to think this thing's gonna slide right out, but I'm kind of doubting it. Okay, there's the bolt holding that in. Let's go back to our 16. So I might not even need it. There's one bolt. Yeah, I have no idea how this is gonna come out here. All right, now we're gonna try and jack this up a little bit. See if it helps. Nope, not really. So let's just see if we can not pinch our fingers to death down here. Wiggle this out. Looks like it's gonna come that way. Okay, so now notice there's this little tab right here that was up front. Oh yeah, this is completely disintegrated. That's ripped completely in half. All right, so now, let's see if we can wiggle this one in the same way. Like so. Try not to get your fingers in the pinch points, please. Also, don't put your head down there like this. I just need to see because of visual. Put this one in. I'm not going to thread these all the way in. I'm just getting them started. Once these two are started, I want to try and fish around to get this top one in the rubber. Because I feel like that's way off. This is like, oh boy, I don't know how to get that up there. Rear tires are now chopped. So this side actually, I'm not sure if it's actually lined up. We're almost there. No farther. See if that'll squeeze through. Oh yes. So this nut on the opposite side slides up and down in its groove. Looks like that's going to be the hardest part here. Okay, change of plans. We're going to take these two bolts out and get this one in because that's a pretty bigger pain in the butt. So here's what I'm talking about as far as this nut here just goes up and down. It's one thing Dodge actually did right. Normally they don't do stuff like that, but we're trying to get this bolt to line up over here. Now I've effectively blinded myself. I finally got it to line up. Now we just gotta get these ones to line up, which of course by getting that top one to line up, now these ones are slightly misaligned, but I think we're gonna, there's one. Now to answer the question you haven't asked, I don't know which is going to be better to tighten up first. I can tell you, I want to tighten up that one first. Maybe not torque it tight, just, you know, get it snug tight. Actually, you know what, I probably will make this as tight as I can right now. And we'll tighten those. Because this engine mount has some adjustment in the metal. I'm assuming so that when it has this wears, this can slide. I don't know that. That would seem kind of weird. But Mopar is a weird company, so maybe that's exactly what it is. I don't know. If anybody knows why they make this adjustable, let me know. Maybe it's just for replacing. Again, I don't know torque spec. We're just going to go about that tight. Flip it out, going to grab our 16mm and tighten these ones up. It's right at a spot where it'd be nice. It's too tight for a finger, but too loose for a ratchet. That's where a drill comes in handy, except I try not to use drills on these videos so that when you watch it, you know you can do it. Yeah! Yeah! And we're going to change back to the 14. And then the 15. Give this one last snug. Okay. Now we're going to gently lower this back down. I think I messed up. I think we actually wanted that on the bottom, but whatever. There we go. You can see it better while it was installed. You can see it's pretty much completely separated here, all the way through, and pretty much on that side too. So this was pretty toast. Yep, see, went all the way through, cracked and broken. So this one had seen better days. This was time to go. Now it's been replaced. Now one would be left to assume that if one engine mount is bad, then all of them are bad. I'm going to assume that. But for now, I know that the front one was toast. It's easy to do. My wife's leaving on a 6-hour trip here in a couple days, and I just did what I could do in the meantime. So we'll see how much vibration that might have eliminated. So we're just gonna go in here and so before sitting at idle, there was quite the vibration. And sitting right now, I still feel a vibration. That's actually nowhere near as bad as it was. So I think that engine mount played a big part in that vibrating that we've been chasing for a while. Based off the fact that there's still quite a bit of vibration, the other engine mounts are most likely certainly bad, and we'll get to them eventually, but for now we got the one that we could get to. So if you guys like these videos, make sure you hit the thumbs up, let me know, make sure you subscribe so you keep seeing them. Like I said, we got our garage now. We're gonna be more involved in these. Okay, I'm changing my mind. It's actually much less vibratory. So anyway, stay tuned, hit subscribe, keep watching, keep coming back for more. We got the garage, we're going to be working a lot more. We got the lift going in, so there's a video on that too, and I'm pretty dang excited about having that done. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll see you guys later.